ride-alongs with the FBI. It's called Ugly Sonic, Uglier Crime.
Welcome to another video about the movie that took Disney Plus by storm this week. Of course, we're talking about Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. If you haven't watched this jewel yet, keep in mind that there are a lot of spoilers ahead, so keep watching at your own risk.
I know that. You can't hurt my feelings if I'm in on the joke.
Are you, though?
Yes. Anyway.
And if you haven't watched it, you are indeed missing what's probably one of the biggest collection of cameos, references, and pop culture Easter eggs a movie has put together in the last years. We mean it. The movie is like a reference machine. You'll see very much unexpected things coming out from a lot of places. And that's where things get interesting. With the movie being a Disney production, you would expect to see cameos from Disney characters and references to Disney-owned properties. No surprises there, but this movie goes well beyond that and shows us things that leave us scratching our heads wondering just how did Disney manage to include all of these characters they do not own in one of their movies.
I am a huge fan.
Really?
I actually became a detective because as a little girl growing up in Albany, I wanted to help people.
Among the many uncanny cameos we can see in the movies, and we're not just talking about the infamous Uncanny Valley appearance, some of the non-Disney ones that leave us speechless are Voltron, Transformers, He-Man, and Skeletor from Masters of the Universe, the ponies from My Little Pony, Master Mantis from Kung Fu Panda, Bob from Monsters vs. Aliens, Mighty Mouse, Shrek, Felix the Cat, Casper, Dobby from the Harry Potter saga, some cats from the 2019 movie Cats, and believe it or not, Butthead from Beavis and Butthead, and Randy Marsh from South Park. This means that the lawyers at Disney had their hands full to take on other big-name companies such as Universal, DreamWorks, Mattel, Hasbro, Nickelodeon, and MTV in order to make this possible. But the most significant of all cameos, both for its weirdness and for the generous amount of screen time it has, is without a doubt the role of Ugly Sonic, voiced by Tim Robinson. And don't feel guilty about calling him that because, in his own words, but what really blows our minds here is, we said it before, is how did Disney do this? Let's find out.
Goodbye, Chip 'n Dale.
If you don't know who Ugly Sonic is or where he came from, we've got you covered. What is now pretty much officially known as Ugly Sonic was the internet-hated first draft design of Sega's popular Sonic the Hedgehog character for the 2020 movie of the same name. The public reacted to this design loudly and clearly. They just detested it and dubbed it Ugly Sonic in social media after getting a glimpse of the character in the 2019 trailer for the movie. The backlash was so bad that the studio had to redesign the character and give him a little more in tune with his original video game appearance. But Ugly Sonic lived on, however, in the fans' nightmares at first and now in Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, where we can see him as an actual in-universe animated character who attends comic book conventions, has some fame on his own as he tries to exploit his internet fame or infamy. The surprising fact here is that Disney has nothing to do with his character and its rights currently belong to Paramount Pictures, which only raises questions.
They'll like me for who I am. Not like last time when the internet got one look at my human teeth and burned the place down. Okay, let's see here.
For the director, this was an epic legal headache that was totally worth it. In an interview with Decider, he declared, "If it's going to be a celebration of animation, it needs to be a wide net of animation, not just Disney animation. It was not easy, and I keep giving big shout-outs to the lawyers." In another interview for Polygon, he said that getting this rejected mascot design in his movie was one of his favorite cameos. "It's one of my favorite things in the movie, and I'm very excited for people to see it," he told Polygon. "I don't know what I'm allowed to say about Ugly Sonic. I think I will actually plead the fifth." In yet another interview for IndieWire, he also said that he included Ugly Sonic in the film out of appreciation. "I'm trying to celebrate them, you know," he said. said. I have a 9-year-old and an 11-year-old, and there's nothing they're more excited for than Sonic 2. I've seen that first Sonic so many times, so this is some kind of prodigal son return scenario for Sonic's discarded appearance, where one of the most rejected animated designs gets a second chance to live as a meta commentator of its own misfortune and the fact that the internet both destroyed him and brought him back to this side job where he's actually a pivotal character in a Disney movie. Unexpected, huh? So how did they pull it off?
We've got you surrounded. See? I told you I had a show.
First things first, let's go straight down to the director's words to get some insight on the issue of how they managed to include Ugly Sonic. I worked really hard to include third-party stuff because it's going to be a love letter to animation, a celebration of animation. It needs to be a wide net of animation, not just Disney animation. Roger Rabbit did that, and it was always so special to see those things. It was not easy, and I keep giving big shoutouts to the lawyers. I always keep making a special point of that. I don't think that happens on a lot of movies, but on this movie, these lawyers really had their hands full. They had a lot of work to do, and they really got behind it and were excited about the idea of it. Well, I'm pretty sure at some points they were cursing the idea of it if I gave out, hey, I want My Little Pony. They have to go track down those rights, find the people, convince those lawyers, and maybe get me on a Zoom where I do a presentation. It was a big deal to make it happen, so kudos to them for doing it. But when asked specifically about Ugly Sonic, he went a little evasive and said, in terms of answering your actual question about Ugly Sonic, I'm gonna leave that to the lawyers. It's all very complicated, but just know the things that seem like we're making fun of them, I'm hoping that people take it as a fun SNL with love thing. So there you go. We can't have complete access to intricate legal procedures behind landing a cameo like that, but we can know for sure that it involved a lot of lawyers working on the case, and presumably a lot of money being taken out of the deep, long pockets of the world's most famous mouse and his company. Were you surprised by Ugly Sonic's appearance in Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers? Did you enjoy this character as much as we did? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and share with us any other juicy details you might know about Ugly Sonic and about Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn the notifications on, and share this content with your friends.
A TV show? You? Yeah. Is that so difficult to believe?